Hello everyone. Now, there's been some things going on. I want to come on this video and talk about the Bill Cosby, this situation going on with Bill Cosby and Starbucks and all of this nonsense and foolishness is going on in this terrible country that we call the United States of America. Now, some of you may be aware of the three men who went to Starbucks for a business meeting, a gathering for them to get together and discuss some things. And they decided to use Starbucks as that place where they were going to meet up. Now, after not ordering anything, they get into it with the management at Starbucks, and they said that they were waiting on someone. They were waiting on someone else to get there. Then they were going to order. And meanwhile, in the video, you could see when the police came, there were other white allies there who said that, well, they've been sitting here for quite some time now and they haven't ordered anything. But the manager, they asked them to leave, and the men, they refused to leave. Now, if they ask you to leave out of their establishment, then I feel that you should go ahead and leave and don't return there or blog. Just take that instance and blog about it on social media and explain to them what's going on and what's happening. Now, first of all, I want to say, they called the police on these men because they wanted the police to either arrest these men, which they did, or they wanted the police to cause some bodily harm to them, or even end up dead, because white folks have historically called the police on black people, and when the police have arrived, it hasn't went well for the blacks who have had the police called on them. It was another incident with a young black man, he went to Starbucks and he had to go to the restroom, and they wouldn't give him the access code to the restroom because they wanted him to purchase something first. But meanwhile, there was a young white man who went into Starbucks and he didn't purchase anything first, but he asked for the restroom code, and the restroom code was given to him. And the young black man, he blogged on social media about this incident, and they were asking him to leave. I mean, I don't understand, black people. When are you going to realize that America was not created for us? This is a symptom of us wanting to integrate into the greater society, into greater white society. They don't want us to integrate. If we're not in jail, if we're not making millions of dollars for them, they don't care about us. I mean, we see this shouldn't be a surprise to us. We see these instances, especially with the rise and the coming of the internet and social media. We're really starting to see these instances like this more visibly each and every day. But this is what so many black people in this country are experiencing and have to go through. I mean, I experienced a great deal of racism in my life. So I know that my black brothers and sisters out here are really taking heat from this. I mean, they know America has no longer a need for black people, but to be dead or in prison, because right now they already have Mexican immigrants and Asian immigrants and immigrants of other backgrounds to come to this country and work the working class, tough physical labor jobs. They no longer need black people. They're gentrifying America, and they're locking black people up, and they're locking them out of America. So, I don't know what it's going to take to get my people to understand. I mean, they're already pushing us and killing as many of us who are armless, who are running from them, armless. They're see, white folks, they act like they're the authority of the world. Black people, especially black men, we are a threat to national security in this country. When we walk into a white establishment, it's our presence is immediately noticed. They look at us. If it's a white security guard in the building, they want to come to you and ask you, how can I help you? What are you doing here? If it's white private citizens in there, they want to ask you to order something. They want to follow you around. You're immediately noticed. But the white people who come in there, they're just seen as normal, regular people. But they immediately notice and have to check the African American who comes into their establishment. That's why it's important now than ever that we need our own safe spaces where we can congregate. Because America is showing us time and time again that you are a second-class citizen. We do not want you here. We do not need you here. And if you are to be here, you must placate to us or follow our rules. And we have a different set of rules for Black people. So I just want my people to understand right now that it's serious. Like we are starting. Don't think that we can't go extinct. Don't think that we can be a dying breed, because right now that's starting to me to seem how it's going. That we are starting to be a dying breed, because America is a very treacherous, hateful land to its Black people. White folks came to this land. They stole our land. They brainwashed us through many years, and they gave us a new identity and told us that we came from Africa, and here we are today. I mean, I agree with people like Jay Morrison, who says that we need to vote on a national identity and then identify as that identity. Don't identify as the identity that white folks have given to us. Identify as identity that we have bestowed on ourselves. Then take the United States to the world court for the crimes that they have committed against us. I mean, we're not going to get any justice in their court systems. It's almost like we go to white folks who created the problem and we go back to them to fix the problem. Their court systems are not going to give us any justice. I agree with some of our leaders like Minister Louis Farrakhan. He says that they make a mockery of us when they call us American citizens. So I feel like we better get with the program. I mean, we could have lawsuits. Because these three Black men, or this group of Black men who were arrested, they were real estate brokers. So real estate broker, now I'm trying to get into the real estate game myself, but a real estate broker is above the agent. So these are some successful Black men. They're not thugs. They're not men out here with that go nowhere, do nothing mentality. But in the eyes of racist, Neanderthal, white folks, all Black people are the same in their eyes, and they need to be checked and corrected. And also, the other young man who was in Starbucks and did not get the code to the restroom, it's like, I don't know what to tell you anymore. I don't know what to tell people, but I feel like the level of consciousness in the Black community is rising, but we still got some work to do. And we got a long, hard days ahead of us. We got to get on code, because white folks are on code. And they working as one, this goes to Black folks too, who like to create their platforms out of breaking down their people. You don't understand. This could happen to me. This could happen to you at a moment's notice. Whenever you walk out of the door and leave your house, you could be a victim of racial profiling. You could lose your life. Someone close to you, whether a family or friend, could suddenly walk out of the door and lose their life to racial violence. In the courts and everything, white folks, they got white folks back. They will back the killer the killer who was the aggressor, they will back him or her up to the tune of millions of dollars. Here come the white community out. They start a GoFundMe page. That white man or white woman who done killed the black man or black woman, they even had $1 million GoFundMe account. Cha-ching. Right in their hands. They can go and find and seek refuge in the white community. That's why I don't blame people like LeBron James, who it was one time the Black Lives Matter movement asked LeBron James to step up and do something about this. But we also have to ask ourselves, are we going to give LeBron James the payday that he's getting from these major white corporations? Are we going to protect him? Can he find refuge in the black community? Is the black community going to come out and have his back? We have to ask these things about ourselves. So, like right now, I'm just at a loss of words right now for where we're going to be moving forward tomorrow, next month, and next year. It's just so much uncertainty that I feel, but I do feel what I do feel certain about is that this stuff is going to continue until black people do something about it. We're the only ones who can do something about it. We're the only ones who have to do something about it. Other groups are not going to save us. They're not going to come to our rescue. We're not going to have some benevolent white man that's going to come along and save us. Some benevolent white or black man or black woman who's going to come over. Race is a group sport, and we got to start playing it as a group.